This Labor government are pathetic. They have no fucking policy in place to solve the immigration crisis. They're pouring over in their fucking thousands on their boats, bound to be more today, going straight into decent accommodation, and our poor bloody homeless and our vets treated like second-class citizens by this very government, this disgusting Labor government. And I look at them in the House of Commons yesterday at Prime Minister's Questions time, where Kimmy Badenoch really got stuck into it. It doesn't make any difference, you see. The trouble is Labor have this huge fucking supermajority. I don't give a shit what anyone else says. He will continue to go on his merry fucking way and ruining this country and making us look pathetic in the eyes of the world. And the most important person in the world at the moment is Donald Trump. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, or whether you like America or not, they are the world's most powerful country. And we need America. They don't need us. And he's made that quite clear. He can't stand Sir Keir Starmer. And the way he's treated America over this Iran-Iraq war, not allowing them initially to use our bases, I thought that was churlish and ridiculous. And if I'd have been the American president, I would have said, fuck you, we're going to use them anyway. What are you going to do about it? Our military is cut to the bone. We're right down to the bare bloody minimum. I mean, now I've got to say something here. I never thought I'd do this. I really didn't say this. But I have to compare the French with the British in a number of ways. I mean, he's actually found his gravitas, Macron. He's come out on top. This Iran war, this war in Iran, you know, between America and Israel and Iran, has really given him some gravitas. He's actually found his stature, which is more than our bloody Prime Minister has. He has no gravitas, no je ne sais quoi, nothing. Every time he opens his mouth, I want to do something, you know what I mean? Anyway, the Washington ire has fallen not on Paris, but on London. And you know why? The Iran crisis has given Macron the opportunity he's lacked to show his power, his hard power. He's moved his aircraft carrier, and it's a proper fucking aircraft carrier. It's nuclear powered. It's 44,000 tons, and the Charles de Gaulle. It's got proper aircraft on it. It's got proper fucking steam catapults, not like our pathetic aircraft carriers, which I've gone on about, not just because of this war, but over 2 years ago I talked about how ridiculous it was building those two monstrous great, they're just jump jet carriers. They can only operate aircraft that can do vertical takeoff, which means you've got to operate those very, very expensive F-35s. Which are great aeroplanes, but oh my God, the cost is unbelievable. And the Americans, just fall about laughing at us now. And this war has just shown our capability, which is fucking zero. We can't even send and we have no aircraft in the Mediterranean, none in the, through the Suez Canal and down in the Persian Gulf area. We always had minesweepers based in Bahrain. And they would have been very helpful to have right now, wouldn't they, with the Straits of Hormuz and what's going on down there. We've none now. We've got no capability whatsoever. Our Navy has been cut to the core. Our military the same. And, of course, our Air Force. We have some wonderful aircraft. We have the capability. We have the capability of making it a really good Air Force. The Typhoon's a great aircraft, by the way. We don't have enough of them. We don't have enough personnel. In fact, we don't have enough of anything. And if you compare naval assets France and the UK are sending to the Middle East, we're going to send a destroyer, HMS Dragon, still in dock in fucking, hasn't even gone. It's going to take a week to get down there. So the earliest it'll get there is maybe by the end of next week or the week after. By that stage, this war could very well be over. And a Wildcat helicopter is a couple of those, and they could probably make it down there with, with a couple of stops to help shoot down drones or whatever. That's pathetic. The French, on the other hand, have a nuclear aircraft carrier, the de Gaulle, a Horizon-class destroyer. They have several other aircraft. They also have a nuclear submarine and various other aircraft. They have a Hawkeye Dauphin aircraft. They have the Atlantic Maritime Patrol aircraft. And what have we got down there? We've got fuck all. It's pathetic. I mean, compared to what France have got, we have got nothing. France leaves us in the cold. And also regarding nuclear weapons, the president has actually said, the French president said, we will provide Britain with nuclear weapons, because we don't have we have nuclear weapons on our submarine. That's it. We got away with conventional bomb and the delivery system for conventional weaponry. France has said they'll put some aircraft here with that capability in Britain if we want them, and they'll provide Britain with the bombs that they could put onto the tornadoes for their delivery. Isn't that pathetic? And also they're going to increase their nuclear stockpile, and they're not going to go telling people how many. In the meantime, we're sitting with our finger up our arse, doing fuck all, getting weaker by the moment, and being made to look a joke on the world stage. This once great country of Britain, this once fabulous, incredible aircraft carrier, the world's biggest aircraft carriers, as the Americans used to call it, and we refused permission for them to use those bases, particularly Fairford, which has one of those longest runways in the world, nearly 10,000 feet long. However, they've opened that up to them now, and I expect to see B1s, B2s, and goodness knows what else, maybe even B-52s coming there on their way to Iran. What's going to happen in Iran, I don't know. I can't see the future, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be longer than people thought. I thought the people of Iran would actually take up arms against the IRGC, that disgusting regime. And, the head's been cut off in a lot of cases, but loads of others are going to walk in and take over. And for God's sake, don't let that happen. 47 years of that terrible regime. And what about the protesters complaining about how many people were killed in the most violent ways, particularly the violence perpetrated against women over these years? Where are all the demonstrators down there complaining about that? And I see some arseholes here in the UK want to do a demonstration in support of the death of the Khomeini, the death of that dreadful person who was taken out the other day. They want to go in there and do a protest here in the UK, celebrating his life and what he achieved, killing innocent women and children for 47 years. We don't know the numbers, but it's many, many thousands. And how about you pro-Palestinians? Oh, don't put me on that, it'll make me ill. The gutless, disgusting individuals here in the UK. We should be ashamed of what's going on here. And I just think that we are in a serious situation, and militarily our capability is a joke. We have got to do something about it. We've got to do it quicker than we're doing. We're not doing anything at the moment. I mean, I'd get rid of those two bloody useless aircraft carriers. Where are they, by the way, those two monsters? Sitting in bloody dry dock, probably on maintenance. They're not even nuclear powered. That's how pathetic they are. Why is that? Why didn't we build a proper bloody aircraft carrier? I've asked that question many times, and nobody has come up with a sensible answer. Because we could have done it, and it wouldn't have cost any more than this one. We could have had one of those, and it would have been fantastic, with nuclear power. Yes, nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. I mean, the days of conventional aircraft carriers went out in the 1950s and 60s. I mean, the last decent carrier I had was the Ark Royal, and she was decommissioned, but she was a proper carrier. Remember, Britain invented the bloody aircraft carrier. We invented the angle flight deck. We invented the steam catapults. And now look at us. Look at our capability compared to America, with their 11 super carriers out there, and the biggest one, of course, is the Gerald R. Ford. She's the latest one. I know people are making big deal about the sewerage problem on board that aircraft carrier. Jesus, it's amazing what you'll hear, particularly if you go onto CNN. Oh my God, don't go onto CNN. Did you see Caitlin, the spokesman from President Trump the other day, ripping into that bloody dreadful reporter from CNN? And they're all terrible. How they allow CNN to stay on the Sky platform is beyond me. The same goes for Al Jazeera. But anyway, it is what it is. I don't watch the mainstream media. I have watched it a bit these days just because of what's going on in the war. But anyway, what's going to happen? I don't know the future. I wish I did. I just want that regime to be changed. I want the people of Iran to enjoy freedoms that they deserve. They put up with so much aggravation, so much violence perpetrated against them, and women in particular. My heart goes out to every single one of you. And any Israelis out there, my heart goes out to you too. You're amazing, by the way, and we support you 100% for what you're doing. So, to Iran, give up. Pack it in now. Let the people take over, and let's have a nice, stable government, and the future looks rosy for Iran. I hope it does, and I hope this war is finished sooner rather than later. We don't want this to continue. We've had enough. So I'll say goodbye now. It's Thursday afternoon.